Hello everyone and welcome back to KORR Monsters. This week we are in Houston, Texas for the very first time. Our field of trucks for this show starts off with Mark Moody, our 2003 Freestyle champion in B4 Breaks Car Parts. Then we have Ed Jenkins in Bolt Hill. Our 2000 Freestyle champion Christian Holt in Busted Knuckles. Todd Yates in Doggone Crazy. Nico Brock in Grim Fate. Harper Ray in Loud Pedal. Greg Easton with the new Monkey Business truck. Trip Cassidy bringing out Rat Trap 4. Adam Bell in Sassy Child. Wayne Garrett in Texas Ace. Mike Maxwell, our 2002 racing champion in Tonka. And rounding out our field, we have our two-time and defending freestyle champion Jack Schroeder in Try Me. Now taking a look at our racing bracket, we'll be starting off with Sassy Child going up against Monkey Business. Grim Fate going up against Doggone Crazy, a battle of the teammates there. Then we'll have Try Me going up against Loud Pedal for a battle of the hot rods. Then we'll have Tonka going up against Rat Trap 4. Busted Knuckles going up against B4 Breaks Car Parts. And then our last race of round 1 of racing will be Bolt Hill going up against Texas Ace. Here we go with the first race of round number 1. Sassy Child and Monkey Business pulling up to the line. And away they go. Sassy Child a little bit earlier on the leave there. Coming around this first turn. Sassy Child, couple truck length advantage already. They've got 2 more hits on these racing lanes. A lot of stuff can happen during this race. Looks like Monkey Business had issues there. Still somehow is close to the gap up a little bit though. Coming around the final turn. Good turns from both trucks, but it's going to be Sassy Child with the easy win into round number 2. As we get our next matchup at the line, it's going to be Grim Fate going up against Doggone Crazy. Battle of teammates here. And away they go, leaving at the same time. Grim Fate pulling the wheels. Not what you want to do in racing. Although Grim Fate does have the lead here. Going into turn number 2. Grim Fate pulling ahead. Oh, he hits the turning pole. That's going to be a 3-second penalty. Doggone Crazy just has to keep it close to get the win here. Coming to the line, Grim Fate's going to be first across the line, but Doggone Crazy is going to pick up the win off the penalty. Unfortunate for Nico Brock there. And now we have a battle of the hot rods. Try Me and Loud Pedal. Both trucks away. Try Me pulling the front wheels as well. Looks like that chassis style likes to pull the front wheels on this surface. Over the jump the first time, pretty even. Slight advantage though to Try Me. Coming around for the second hit. Loud Pedal's closed up the gap, pretty even. Final turn, who's it gonna be? Good turns from both trucks at the line. It's going to be Jack Schroeder and Try Me picking up the win though. Over Loud Pedal. As next up, battle of the racing champions, Mike Maxwell. Tonka going up against Trip Cassidy, Rat Trap 4. Both trucks pull the wheels a little bit off the line. Coming around for the first jump, Tonka with the advantage. Different style of racing there though. Tonka keeping it low on the jump. Rat Trap airing it out a bit. Halfway point again, pretty close. It's all going to come down to this last turn. Tonka goes a little wide. Rat Trap knocked over a turning pole. Tonka wins it without the penalty, but the penalty ensured the win there. So next up, we have Busted Knuckles going up against B4 Breaks Car Parts. Just had a battle of the racing champions. Now we have a battle of the freestyle champions. So far looks pretty good, pretty even. Almost a dead heat off the first jump. Coming around the turn here, looks pretty even still. Maybe a bit of an issue for Busted Knuckles there out of the turn though. It's going to come down to this. B4 keeping it really tight. At the line, though, it's going to be Busted Knuckles with the momentum out of the turn to pick up the win. And now for the final race of round number 1, Bolt Hill going up against Texas Ace. And away they go. Big wheelie from Bolt Hill. There's definitely some grip in this track. Pretty good race so far. Bolt Hill, about a truck and a half advantage, maybe more at this point. Coming around the final turn here, it's all Bolt Hill. Just needs to not get a penalty to get the win, and he won't. So Bull Tilt with Ed Jenkins going on into the next round. Now our round 2 matchups, we'll see Sassy Child going up against Doggone Crazy, Try Me going up against Tonka, and Busted Knuckles going up against Bull Tilt. And as you can see by that yellow square there, we will be taking a fast loser out of this round, so a loss here does not necessarily mean you're done racing. Now first race around number 2, Sassy Child, Doggone Crazy pulled up the line, waiting on the green, and away they go. Now it's Sassy Child getting a wheelie off the line. Really wide in turn 1 for Sassy Child, but Doggone Crazy gets a penalty right off the bat. Knocks over that turning pole. As long as Sassy Child does not get a penalty or two, it'll be an easy trip into the semifinals here for him. And looks like he's going to be A-OK. Sassy Child moving on into the semifinals over Doggone Crazy, who's more than likely done for the night until Freestyle. Next up we have Try Me and Tonka. And away they go. Try Me, another wheelie off the line, not quite as big as it was in round number 1 though. At the line first time, looked like a slight advantage to Try Me, but Tonka nosing over hard off that jump. And even again, after the second jump, it's going to come down to this. Last turn, good turn from both trucks. At the line, though, it's going to be Jack Schroeder and Try Me picking up the win. Fast times from both trucks, though Tonka might be coming back as the fast loser. So now we have Busted Knuckles and Bull Tilt pulled up to the line. Busted Knuckles absolutely treeing Bull Tilt off the line there with a massive wheelie to boot. And only a slight advantage after that massive head start. And it looks like Bull Tilt might have the lead here, going into the final turn. At the line, though, it's going to be Bull Tilt. Yes, Bull Tilt gets the win over Busted Knuckles, going on into the semifinals. And now looking at that bracket, it's going to be Sassy Child going up against fast loser Tonka. And then it'll be Try Me going up against Bull Tilt. And now for the first race of the semifinals, Sassy Child going up against fast loser Tonka. Away they go. Sassy Child keeps the wheels mostly down that time. Tight turn for Sassy Child. Tonka a couple truck lengths back. Going around the second turn, Sassy Child keeps it tighter. Tonka closes the gap though with that wider line. Final turn, Sassy Child goes wide, Tonka keeps it tight, but it'll be Sassy Child picking up the win going on into the finals here. So now we go to Try Me going up against Bull Tilt, who goes to the finals. Little wheelies from both trucks. Coming around this first turn, pretty even. Try Me got to the gas way sooner though, out of the turn. Huge lead for Try Me now. Bull Tilt fell asleep coming out of turn number 1. Coming around the final turn, looks like it's all Try Me. No, Bull Tilt comes out of nowhere. Late charge, not enough. But made that a race at the end. As we get ready for the finals here, it'll be Sassy Child going up against Try Me. Both these trucks pulled up to the line, waiting on that green light, and away they go. Wheelies out of both trucks once again. Went over the first jump. Sassy Child, slight advantage over Try Me. Second jump, looks like Try Me has about a truck length advantage now going into the final turn. And it's going to be all Jack Schroeder and Try Me picking up the racing win here in Houston. Jack not normally one to actually win racing. He goes far, but never really wins them. So that's a good win for him. Now moving on into freestyle, we'll be starting off with Bull Tilt. Then we'll go into Texas Ace, Monkey Business, Sassy Child, Grim Fate, Loud Pedal, Rat Trap 4, Doggone Crazy, Tonka, and then we'll end off with our 3 freestyle champions, Busted Knuckles, B4 Briggs Car Parts, and Try Me. Now first truck out, Ed Jenkins, Bull Tilt. Starting off, good hit on that van stack, gets a little bit of a slap wheelie. Hesitated a bit, so couldn't really get it vertical. Get some good air off that roller on the side of the track. Ed's been getting comfortable in this truck the last season and a half he's been in it. Oh, tripped up by the bus there. Gets into trouble. Beautiful save there from Ed Jenkins. Gets some good air off that far racing lane. Looks like he's going to go back to that van stack here. Going for another slap wheelie. Gets a much better one that time. Puts it down pretty quick though. Goes over the vans there. Looking for that next hit. He's going to go after the van stack sideways. Beautiful hit there. We knew we were going to see someone hit it. First truck out, first one to do it. Oh, gets into trouble once again. Recovers it nicely. Last couple of seconds of the run here. Probably only one more hit. Going after that bus stack once again. Tripped up by it once again. Hard landing on the front end. Folds the 4-link. It's going to be a 23 from the judges there. So next up, Wayne Garrett brings out Texas Ace. Starting off backside of the racing lane. Going for a sky wheelie. Didn't really get it there. Come around. Looks like he's going to go for this other van stack. Go for a slap wheelie. Barely got that one out of it. Around looking for that next hit, going after this other racing lane. Tripped up by the car on top of it. Wayne looking around for his next hit. Gets some air going over the van stack. Wayne really needs to step it up here. Not a lot going on in this run. Only a 23 up on the board after one truck. And this is definitely not in contention for it right now. Coming down last 30 seconds of the run coming up. Tried for another sky wheelie. These ramps are not made for them by the looks of it. It's a bit of a wasted move there once again. Looks like he's going after the bus stack here though. Get some good air off of it. Time for one more hit here. Gonna make it a good one. Lines up, gets some big air off that center roller. Too little, too late in the run though. He's gonna keep on going. Time's up. Tries for another slap wheelie. Gets the best one he's had so far. Parks it up on the vans. It's only going to be a 21 from the judges. Personally, I think they were a little generous with that. Next up, Greg Easton bringing out brand new monkey business. Starting off, good air on the racing lane. Coming around, going for that van stack, going for a slap wheelie, gets one. Walks it across the track on the bumper. Beautiful wheelie there. Now getting some air on those rollers on the far side of the track. Going after the van stack. Gets the biggest air we've seen going over him so far. About halfway through this run here. Good run for Greg so far. Iron walls that van. Good move there. And now launches it off the racing lane. Going into donuts. First ones of the event so far. Got that tie hanging out there. From the momentum of the spins. And now more good air going over the vans. Time for one more hit here for Greg. Gotta make it a good one. Going for another slap wheelie. Drags it. No, not dragging it on the bumper, but walks it across the floor nonetheless. And tripped up by the bus stack a little bit. Hard landing. Keeps it going. Almost goes over. And he's still going. Hits the container. Still going here. Gets some good air off the rollers. And now tripped up by the bus stack. Once again, hard landing. Hard landing there. Gets a 22 from the judges. Little low in my opinion, but I'm not a judge. Next up, Adam Bell bringing out Sassy Child. Good sky wheelie to start us off there. Going right after the van's second hit. Not a lot of air there, but got on top of the vans. And then an awkward hit on the racing lane there. Going for a slap wheelie off the van stack here. Gets a beauty. Going across the floor there. Sassy Child, of course, on the brand new Chevy Silverado body. Gets tripped up on the bus stack a little bit there. Try to talk about the truck and he almost rolls it. Brand new Silverado body on this thing. Chevy deciding to sponsor this truck this year. Sassy Child been around a long time. Finally getting some OE support, which is the dream for all of these drivers out here. As we come down last 12 seconds of the run here, going into donuts on the center of the floor. Around and around he goes. He's going to end them here. The clock's going to run out with the donuts. Still going. Finally stops it. Gets a 22 from the judges for Adam Bell and Sassy Child. Next up, Nico Brock bringing out Grim Fate. Going right after that bus stack and tripped up by it immediately. Recovered it with no issues though. Nico, we've only seen a handful of times, and he's done some wild stuff in those few appearances. Definitely a run to watch here. So you get some good air off that van stack. Hard landing on the left sides though. Gets a good hit backside of the racing lane. Lines up for the van stacks. Launches it. Almost clears the entire obstacle and puts it on the tailgate. Coming around once again. Airs it out. Launches it actually off the racing lane. Huge air there. I didn't know you could get that much air off the racing lane that way. Last 30 seconds of the run. Launches it over the vans once again. Crosses it over the racing lane as well. What's he going to do next? Now he's going to launch it over the bus stack crooked. Signature team tried me there. Time for one more hit here. Looks like he's going to go with donuts to end as well. Make that some cyclones. Oh no, he gets one more hit in. Beautiful sky wheelie on the van stack. That's going to count for the scores. And maybe the cross thread on the racing lane as well. Beautiful end there for Nico Brock. Keeps on going, launches it over the bus stack once again. Up and over he goes. Can he save it? No. It's going to be a 28 from the judges. Blows into the lead. As next up, Harper Ray brings out Loud Pedal. Starts us off. Big hit on the racing lane. Not as big as what we just saw at a Grim Fate, but still pretty big. Now going for the other racing lane. Gets just as much air off of that hit. Lining up for that van stack. And nails it. Beautiful slap wheelie. Brand new chassis for this truck this year. Looks like it's working pretty good for him here in freestyle. Went out round 1 in racing, so not the result he wanted there. Launches it over the bus stack, hard landing, hard rebound, but brings it down. What's he gonna do next? Get some air on the backside of the racing lane. Last 30 seconds of the run here. This is a high momentum run here. Going after that fan stack crooked there. This is definitely in the conversation, I think, but I don't know if it's in the conversation enough for the lead. Great sky wheelie over the van stack there. Time for one more hit, and maybe. It looks like he's going to go for the other van stack. And another beautiful slap wheelie, dragging the bumper, and the combos it up with the van stack. Time's up on the run. He's still going. Now goes over the bus stack the other way, tripped up by it, hard landing, up and over he goes into the container. It's going to be a 26 from the judges there. So not enough for the lead, but still a good enough score for second place. As now Trip Cassidy brings out Rat Trap number 4. Starting us off, good hit on the backside of the racing lane. Now he's going to go right after that van stack. It's some kind of mediocre air going over it. Thought he was going to air it out more by that approach. Get some decent air off the racing lane. It looks like he's going to go for that other van stack now. Good air off of it. Goes for a slap wheelie, and he gets it. Dragging the bumper across the floor. Going after that bus stack next. Kind of creeped up the side of it, but he used the bus as a ramp to get some air off of it. And now it looks like he's going to go after the van stack sideways. Vertical sky wheelie there. And then brings it down. Unbelievable move there from Trip Cassidy and Rat Trap. Coming down to the last 15 seconds of the run. Going after the bus stack once again. Tripped up by it once again. Momentum's kind of died off here. Looks like he's going to end it with a van stack hit. Go for another slap wheelie. And gets another beautiful one, dragging the bumper across the floor. But time is up. That's the end of the run. We'll have to see what the score is when he's done freestyling. And he's going to park it on the bus stack. Also gets a 26, so ties Loud Pedal for second place. As next up, Todd Yates brings out Doggone Crazy. We saw his teammates in Pontiac last week. Todd was not there. Todd had other things going on that week, so couldn't make the show. And he starts us off, huge air, clears the van stack. First truck to clear, and he does it as his first hit. And now launches it off the backside of the racing lane. Todd might have missed an event, but he's trying to make up for it here. Going, well, doggone crazy. Going after that bus stack, launches it. Biggest air of the night so far for Todd Yates. Now looks like he's going to go backside of this racing lane, get some more good air off of it. Coming down to the last 30 seconds of the run here. Gets some more good air. Almost clears the van stack once again from the other direction. And then transfers from the rollers onto the racing lane. Beautiful move there. Haven't seen anyone do that yet. And now looks like it's his turn to go after that Team Try Me cross thread. Clears the entire bus stack at an angle, puts it on the tailgate. That's not on the truck. Up and over he goes, though. Gets tripped up, trying to save it, and he's not going to. Gets a 24 from the judges. Really low score, I think. Mike Maxwell bringing out Tonka now. Looks like he's going to take his time, line up this first hit. Clock does not start till he hits it. And there goes the clock. And gets a beautiful slap wheelie across the track here. And then iron walls that van stack. Sends the hood into space. Now launches it over the actual van stack. Basically clears the entire thing, brings it down into a wheelie. Mike Maxwell starting off with a wild run so far. Very unlike him. He normally puts on a good show, but this is a wild start to the run. Goes after the bus stack crooked there. Now he's going to launch it off the racing lane. That might be the biggest air we've had off the racing lane so far. Now he goes after the van stack crooked. Dead vertical sky wheelie, up and over he goes. He's going to bring it back onto all four wheels, though. Mike Maxwell just did a backflip. Goes right after the bus stack again. Hard landing on the front of the chassis. Smacks the shipping container, still going. 10 seconds left in the run. Clears the van stack. Unbelievable run here from Mike Maxwell and Tonka. Time's expired, waiting on him to decide he's done. Oh, blows the left front tire there, going over the van stack again. What's he gonna do to finish off here? Goes over the bus stack, sideways, up and over he goes, off the side of it, on all four wheels. It's a 29 from the judges. Thought that would have been a 30, but apparently not. So next up, Christian Holt, 2000 freestyle champion, bringing out Busted Knuckles. Starts us off with a beautiful slap wheelie across the floor. Christian, one of those guys, he's going to put on a phenomenal freestyle. It could be 5 seconds long, it could be the entire run. You never really know what you're going to get. Good start to the run so far. Gets a sky wheelie across the van stack. And now he's going to cross thread the van stack as well. Up and over he goes. Not going to save that one. It's only going to be a 17 for Christian Holt and Busted Knuckles. As we're down to our last two trucks, Mark Moody, 2003 freestyle champion, bringing out B4 Brakes car parts. Tripped up by the bus stack already. Up and over he goes. Is he going to save it? Yes, he is. That's exactly how he won that freestyle champion. A bunch of saves just like that one. Surprised that the hood's still on that truck. Ooh, awkward hit there on the racing ramp. Different though, so the judges might like that. Going after the vans. Gets a good slap wheelie, puts it down, combos it up with the van stack. Now going, no, not going for that van stack. Going for the backside of the racing lane. No, going for the bus stack crooked. Up and over he goes. That was never going to work. And destroys the truck, rips the front end out, rips a wheel off. Gets a 21 from the judges. And then there was one, Jack Schroeder Try Me, launches it over the bus stack, clears it by a mile. Reigning two-time freestyle champion, won freestyle last week, won racing tonight. And already going hard for that freestyle win. He knows he has a point he can work with to get that perfect score and win it all by himself. Or he could tie Tonka for the lead. That's always a possibility as well. So far, absolutely phenomenal start to this run for Jack Schroeder and Try Me. Huge air over the van stack. Biggest air of the night off of that, and destroys that other van. That thing is destroyed. Jack leaving nothing out here. And then clears the big van stack once again. Last 25 seconds of the run. Huge air on the backside of the racing lane. Coming around, going for that signature cross thread. Up he goes, twists in the air and hard landing on the front of the chassis. We're going to have to make sure he's all right, but he gets a 29 from the judges. Quite a bit of time left, but he'll tie for the freestyle win here with Mike, Maxwell, and Tonka. As we take a look at the rest of the results, Grim Fate gets a 28, Loud Pedal and Rat Trap 4 with a 26, Doggone Crazy with a 24, Bull Tilt with a 23, Monkey Business and Sassy Child with a 22, Texas Ace and B4 Breaks Car Parts with a 21, and then rounding us off, Busted Knuckles with a 17. As always, be sure to follow us on Instagram to keep up to date with everything going on behind the scenes. And be sure to leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about this show and what you're excited to see for the rest of the season. And we'll see you next week in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We hope you enjoyed this show, and we'll see you next time.